There were so many great people at Penn State's Coaches Caravan at Penn State Hazleton this week that we needed 2 stories. In fact, we couldn't even fit everyone in that way. But here's our second story on Penn State's trip that showcases some of the school's coaches. It can be hard to be patient in a world that has Snapchat and same-day delivery from Amazon. But in Happy Valley, the Penn State Athletic Department seems okay with being patient if it means getting to their goals the right way with the right people. Coquise Washington has been leading the Lady Lion basketball program for 10 years. Last year, her young team made it to the 3rd round of the Women's National Invitation Tournament.
The thing about Penn State is it's about community, it's about service, certainly, and it's about winning, but it's about family. And, you know, those things happen. You have a tough year, you know, you have a tough recruiting cycle, you have, you know, things that impact your program that are in some ways outside of your control, and there's no sense of, you know, the natives running around with pitchforks that you might feel and sense at other universities, and it's one of the things that I think makes Penn State really unique.
Paul Clifford joined the Penn State family last year as the CEO of the university's Alumni Association. He's the MC for this year's Coaches Caravan.
My favorite part is seeing the coaches interact with each other and get energy off of each other. The best thing about Penn State athletics is our coaches, that just high quality, high character people. And so that's been a lot of fun, is seeing them interact with each other.
It's safe to assume that being a coach at a major university is time consuming. There's game planning, recruiting, and of course, public appearances. But the coaches at Penn State find time for each other.
I also think another thing that makes Penn State athletics really unique is the camaraderie amongst our coaching staff. You know, all the coaches are really, truly supportive of each other. You know, and I'm not talking about we show up on game day. I'm talking about the text messages of support when you're struggling. I'm talking about just getting together and talking through ways we can be better and sharing resources. You know, there's a sense of excellence that we want to be the best and we want to be as good as we can be. But you do it in your own way, and you do it with this community of coaches and administration behind you.
Before coming to Penn State, Clifford worked at the University of Oregon. He says the Ducks get their flash from their creative uniforms, and the Nittany Lions, who usually have very plain uniforms, get their flash from their coaches. The university's athletic director, Sandy Barber, agrees.
I didn't spend time at Oregon. I spent time in the Pac-12, and their uniforms and their association or relationship with Nike is their thing. Ours is the quality of our institution, the history, traditions, success, and kind of iconic nature of what we do, backed by our people. And the values, and I take that as the ultimate compliment for Penn State and for our community, because that's what makes us strong.
It's good to be on a strong team that has your back when the pressure is on, like when you're the master of ceremonies at a major event back in your hometown. Sugarloaf Township is the home of Penn State Hazleton, and it's where Clifford grew up cheering on the Nittany Lions.
You feel more pressure in Hazleton today? You got to go up there and perform, or you feel more at home here?
I feel like I got to bring my A game, or else I'm letting a lot of people down. You know, to bring the Caravan back home and to have family and friends and teachers here means an awful lot to me personally. And so very excited about having the Caravan back here, but I definitely feel a lot of pressure today.
Being part of a team also means getting a good ribbing from time to time.
Yeah, when I talk with baseball players who come home in the pros or whatever, they get busted sometimes. Do the coaches know, or everyone, this is Paul's home stop? Or?
Oh yeah, James has already given me a hard time. Wanted to see what Hazleton's like and kind of what produced me, and so he's been giving me a hard time about it.
Yes, Clifford was talking about this James Franklin, Penn State's head football coach and member of a caring and fun family that takes a road trip together every now and then.